This video is all about finding sec theta plus tan theta. Now, having given sec theta minus tan theta equal to 1 all over 4. So, but before we begin, I want to use this medium to appreciate my subscribers, old and new. I appreciate you guys. And also want to use this medium to also appreciate my viewers. And I want my viewers to please subscribe, like, comment, and also share the video. And when you subscribe, please hit the notification bell so that anytime I generate new videos or new tutorial or lessons, you will be the first to get it. Thank you. Now let's begin. Now you have sec minus tan theta equal to 1 all over 4. You know sec theta is same thing as 1 all over cos theta, while tan theta is equal to sine theta divided by cos theta. So using this expression, we can now change this sec theta minus tan theta, which is equal to 1 over 4 to 1 over cos theta minus sine theta divided by cos theta, which is equal to 1 over 4. So now we have cos theta, that is 1 minus sine theta all divided by cos theta is equal to 1 over 4. So let's write the same thing. Now squaring both sides, I will just square both sides. Squaring both sides, you now have 1 minus sine theta square divided by cos square theta equal to 1 over 16. Now this expression will just be, now you know cos square theta plus sine square theta is equal to 1. Now let's say here is 1, you have theta here, so here will be sine theta, here will be cos theta, this length. Why this length will be sine theta, opposite. So now if you use Pythagoras, you have cos square theta plus sine square theta is equal to 1, because 1 square is still 1, so that is it. So on this note, cos square theta, if we move this sine square theta to this other side, you have cos square theta equal to 1 minus sine square theta. So cos square theta is the same thing as 1 minus sine square theta. Now let's say this is equation 1, this is equation 2. Now meaning this equation 2. Now substituting this equation 2 into equation 1, which is changing this to this, changing cos square theta to this. So let's go there. Now we have 1 minus sine theta all square divided by cos square theta, which is equal to 1 over 16. And from what we got here now, we'll have cos square theta to be 1 minus sine square theta. So now we replace this with that. So you have 1 minus sine theta all squared divided by 1 minus sine square theta equal to 1 all over 16. Now, you know, 1 minus sine square theta is equivalent to 1 minus x square. And 1 minus x square is the same thing as, is equivalent to, okay, let me just, it's equivalent to this, it's equivalent to this. Now, it's equivalent, assuming x is equal to sine theta. So now, if you have 1 minus x square, it's the same thing as saying 1, let's say 1 plus x minus x minus x squared. So the whole of this is 0. So this expression here is the same thing as this. Now, let's factor out. Now, what is common here is 1. So you have 1 plus 1 times 1 is 1, 1 times x is x. So now what is common here is minus x. So minus x divide this minus x, you have 1. Then minus x divide minus x squared, you have plus x. So you see 1 plus x is common. So now when you factor it out, you have, when you remove the one that is common, you have this. Now what is left here is 1. What is left here is minus x. So you have something like this. That means 1 minus sine square x is equal to 1 plus sine, 1 minus sine square theta is equal to 1 plus sine theta bracket open 1 minus sine theta. So since we have gotten this, we can now, let's call this equation, this is equation 3, this is equation 4. Now let's substitute this equation 4 into this equation 3. That is replacing this expression here with this one. So now we'll now have 1 minus sine theta all squared divided by 1 plus sine theta 1 minus sine theta, which is equal to 1 all over 16. Now we'll have 1 minus sine theta all squared divided by 1 plus sine theta 1 minus sine theta equal to 1 all over 16. So this is the same with this, so it cancels out 1. So you now have, on the left hand side, what you have now is 1 minus sine theta divided by 1 plus sine theta, which is equal to 1 all over 16. So we have gotten this. Now, and we have gotten this. So, and we check, when you check, okay, we have gotten this. So from this, we can also get our sine theta. We can get our sine theta. There is another method I will use to do this thing. Now, after this, we have gotten our sine theta. We can get our sine theta from here now. Now, what we do, we cross multiply. So 16 times 6, you have 16 into 1 minus sine theta equal to 1 times 1 plus sine theta by cross multiplication. So 16 times 6, you have 16 minus 16 sine theta is equal to 1 plus sine theta. So now, if you now move the like terms, Now move this sign to this other side and move the constant to this other side. So the sign is like the variable, while this one is the constant. We move it to this other side. So we have to move 1 to this other side, this plus 1, you move it to this side, it becomes minus. So you have 16 minus 1. Moving this to this other side becomes plus. So you have sine theta plus 16 sine theta. Now 16 minus 1 is 15, which is equal to sine theta plus 16 sine theta will give you 17 sine theta. So with this, dividing all through by 17, this will cancel out. You have sine theta to be equal to 15 all over 17 interchangeably. So now we've gotten sine theta. Now that means with this expression, you now have this is theta. So that means here is 17, here is what? 15, because it's using SOHCAHTOA. SOHCAHTOA. You have this, the 15 is opposite to this angle. Then you have 17, this is hypothesis, so sine. Now let's look for this expression here. So now let's use Pythagoras theory. So let's call this x. So by Pythagoras theory, 17 square is equal to 18 square plus 15 square. So 17 square is 289, which is equal to x square plus this 15 square is 225. So we'll now move this to this other side. You have x square is equal to 289 minus 225. Now x will be equal to 289 minus 225. You have, this is 4, this is 6. So from this, x square is 64, sorry. So that means x is equal to 8, plus or minus 8. But we use a positive value, so it's 8. That means we have gotten our cos theta, which is equal to 8 all over 17, because 8 is adjacent all over hypothesis, which is cat. So we've gotten this. Then now they say we should look for sec theta plus tan theta. So to look for this, you know that this is 1 all over cos theta plus this is this expression is 1 is sine theta all over cos theta. So but this is what they are asking us to look for. So we now have 1 plus sine theta all over cos theta. Now if we square this, if we square it, no, there is no need for us to square it. So since we have cos theta, we have sine theta, which is 15 all over 17, divided by cos theta, which is 8 all over 17. So now we have 17. Now this is 1 to make the denominator the same, so that we can add the numerators. You now have 1 to be 17 divided by 17 plus 15 all over 17, all divided by 8 all over 17. Now that means we have, adding the numerator, you have 17 plus 15 all over 17, all divided by 18, 8 over 17. If you add this together, you have 32 all over 17 divided by 8 all over 17. So this is the same thing as saying 32 divided by 17 times 17 divided by 8. So 17 will go, we'll divide this 8 here 1, 8 here is 4. This is equal to 4. So 1 plus sine theta all over cos theta is equal to 4. So it implies that sec theta plus tan theta is equal to 4. So there is also another way to come to there is also another way to get to this solution, the second method. Let me call it the second method. Now the second method, they gave us sec theta minus tan theta, which is equal to 1 all over 4. Now we have 1 all over cos theta minus sine theta all over cos theta, which is equal to 1 over 4. Now you have 1 minus sine theta all over cos theta equal to 1 all over 4. Now the expression on the left hand side is the same as saying the square root. You add square root, you also add 1 minus sine theta all over cos theta all squared. This expression is just like saying you have 1 minus sine theta all divided by cos theta all raised to power 1. And it's the same thing as saying 1 minus sine theta all divided by cos theta all raised to power 2 all over 2. And this 2 raised to this 2 over 2 is the same thing as saying 1 minus sine theta divided by cos theta raised to power 2 over 1 times 1 all over 2. Now, using the law of indices, where you have a raised to power m times n is equal to a raised to power m all raised to power n, is the same thing. Now, let's apply that rule. Now, you have the whole of this 1 minus sine theta all divided by cos theta all squared, then square root half exponential to the power, that is, sorry, any value to the power half. Like if you have a raised to power half, is the same thing as the square root of a. So when you look at this, they are the same. So that is it. So that is how we, from this expression, we got this. Now squaring this, and so this is same thing as 1 over 4. This is same thing as saying this is 1 all over 4. So now we will now have 1 minus sine theta squared all divided by cos squared theta all square root is equal to 1 all over 4. So now the whole of this, you have, from our explanation the other time. Now if you have this to be 1, and let's say here is x, here is your y, and y square plus x square is equal to 1. Now here is theta. Sine theta is equal to sine theta. So what is opposite to the angle is x. So sine theta is equal to x. Y cos theta is equal to what? Y. Because it's x all over hypothesis. Hypothesis is 1. So anything divided by 1 is still that thing. So y divided by 1 is y, x divided by 1 is this. So if you substitute this expression into this, you have cos square theta plus sine square theta equal to 1. So now that means if you move this to this other side, you now have cos square theta equal to 1 minus sine square theta. So substituting here, you have 1 minus sine theta square all divided by 1 minus sine square theta all square root, which is equal to 1 over 4. Now you have 1 minus sine squared sine theta all squared divided by this expression is just like what we did the other time. Is the same thing as saying 1 minus sine theta bracket open 1 plus sine theta. So when you check now, this will cancel out this. So let me put uh, let me put the square root sign. Let me put it properly. So this is the square root. So this will cancel out this one. So we now have the square root of 1 minus sine theta divided by 1 minus 1 plus sine theta, which is equal to 1 over 4. Now, if we reverse this, if we reverse this expression here, this is a fraction 1 minus sine theta all over 1 plus sine theta. If we reverse it, now whatever we do to this other side, we also do it to this other side. It will still remain the same. Just like if you have x all over y is equal to a all over b. If you now say y all over x is equal to b all over a, it will still remain the same. It will not change. There will be no changes. It's just like if you say now let's do it. So now you have 1 plus sine theta all over 1 minus sine theta. 1 plus sine theta all over 1 minus sine theta all square root is the same thing as 4 over 1. So we reverse the left hand side. We will also do the same to this other side. Now, so we have gotten this to mean 4, is it not? Now let's look at what they gave us to look for. They say we should find sec theta plus tan theta. Now this is the same thing as saying 1 all over cos theta plus sine theta all over cos theta, which is the same thing as saying this is 1 plus sine theta all over cos theta. Since the denominators are the same, you will add the numerators. Now, so we have 1 plus sine theta all over cos theta. That is what we have here now from here. So we can now say we square this and also divide it. So this is the whole of this raised to power 1. 2 divided by 2 is 1. So raised to power 1. And this can also be written as the square root of 1 plus sine theta all over cos theta all squared. Now, if we square that, you have 1 plus sine theta all squared divided by cos square theta all square roots. Now, we can now change this to 1 minus sine square theta. 1 plus sine theta all squared then taking the square root. So now the whole of this will now give us this expression. Now you have 1 plus sine theta divided by this one is 1 minus sine theta bracket open 1 plus sine theta. So this one is squared. So this expression will cancel out this all square root. Sorry, all square root. So this will be equal to the square root of 1 plus sine theta all over 1 minus sine theta. Now this is what we got here to be 4. So 1 plus sine theta divided by 1 minus sine theta all square root is equal to 4. So meaning that this expression here is the same thing with this. So meaning that this is equal to what? 4. And that is what we're looking for. And what we're looking for is sec theta plus tan theta, which is equal to the square root of 1 plus sine theta all over 1 minus sine theta, which is equal to what? 4. This is the second method without using this other method. So that is the final answer. So 4 is the answer. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, make your comments, and also share the video. And also, you can also make comments another method, another way in which this thing can be solved. Another, because mathematics has so many ways in which you can approach a particular problem. So thank you for watching.